Hey everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel. It is really late at night here and I look a mess because it's 9 o'clock at night. I'm a little greasy. I need to take a shower and go to bed because I have to be up for work at 6 a.m. tomorrow. But you know what? I decided to put my phone up and talk to you guys because I recorded this video for the first time a couple of days ago and I decided to scrap that original video and then repost because Spinster's Library posted a similar video, not really the same exact topic, but a similar sort of topic. So I'm going to put a link to her video down below. That made me kind of want to reshoot this and maybe bring up some other points that I didn't mention in my previous original video. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about my thoughts on BookTube and really YouTube in general, but I'm going to frame it for BookTube because obviously I'm a booktuber now. But really just kind of talking about kind of the pressures of YouTube and the effect of, I think, creating content on YouTube, that how it affects like how you create and how you record and how you kind of view things. So some of you may be like, why are you even discussing this? Because you have such a tiny channel. And you're valid in your opinion. You're valid in your point. I don't have very many subscribers. I have no idea how many subscribers I actually have. I think the last time I looked, it was a little over 100. So I don't know what the exact number is, but I have a tiny, tiny channel and I have been very inconsistent with posting content for 2021 so far. We're like almost halfway through the year. Well, we are because it's June. And I have been extremely inconsistent with posting this year, partially on purpose and partially because I bought the house from hell. That's been super fun trying to fix up and dealing with all that drama. But I have been inconsistent on purpose because this has been kind of on my mind for a while. And I did not like the way that things were going with myself mentally. So I decided to take a step back. So let me kind of put this all in context for you guys, and then I'll get into kind of the specifics. So I started my YouTube channel over a decade ago. Back when YouTube first started, it was new and shiny. Nobody knew what it was going to end up turning into. And people would just record little stupid clips of whatever they felt like recording. So I started this channel way back when with just random stuff that nobody really cared about. And obviously through the years, I would delete them. I started kind of like the first version of BookTube back in the day and did book reviews for a long time. And then I deleted all those and I started over. I think before the current content that I have on my channel, I probably restarted my channel like 3 or 4 times because I would just change my mind. Let's do makeup. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I finally just was like, I'm just going to keep whatever's up here and keep it. When I restarted my channel in the fall of 2017, YouTube was a very different place because when I first started, it was just you posted whatever you thought was fun for your friends and family. And when I came on in 2017, suddenly YouTube was a business for people, right? Like people make a living off of their YouTube channels. They do. YouTube is a huge business now, and it was not that before. And so it's a little bit like overwhelming to step into this whole YouTube community where people like either are doing it for fun. Some people are doing it for fun, and some people it's like their job. And so it's a really weird space to be. But when I started my channel in 2017, I started it as a chronicle of my health journey because I was having a lot of health issues and I actually ended up being diagnosed with ovarian cancer. So my channel chronicled going through diagnosis, going through treatment, going through the aftermath of treatment. And once I hit remission, I really found myself confused on where I wanted my channel to go. Until last fall, when I fell into the BookTube community because everyone started saying you have to niche down right now, and you're posting, and I really was. I posted everything from like weight loss videos to trying natural deodorant videos. I mean, it was a smorgasbord of weird videos. I even did like 2 videos on organizing photos or something stupid like that. And I enjoyed making the content, but obviously wasn't getting very many views because who wants to watch all that mess? So I ended up focusing on BookTube because I thought, well, if I have to niche down and choose one thing to talk about for the rest of my life here on YouTube, it's going to be books because books are my one true love. And I was excited to join the community. But like everybody else, I think it's very easy when you join to get sucked into this idea of just wanting to actually like talk with people and have conversations with people. But when you first start off in any community, I don't care if it's BookTube or any other tube, it's hard to get views and it's hard to get interaction when you first start because you're so small. And that is one of the things that I try really hard to do, is about every 2 weeks or so, I'll look for the BookTube newbie tag videos and try to like get on there and chat with these people and subscribe and like make them feel welcome, because I know what it feels like to be that newcomer that has like, you're like, I'm new, I have no friends yet, and you're trying to find where you fit. And I found myself over the first 3-4 months of being on BookTube changing my way that I was reading to try to compete with people. And I know that sounds terrible, but I'm just going to flat out admit it. So when I first got on, I was talking about the books that I love to read, right? So I started talking about like Christine Feehan and I don't know, like older authors, because I'm an older booktuber, that I loved back in like the early 2000s and stuff, which are obviously not popular. There's a lot of booktubers that read YA. I don't read YA. I never will. There's a lot of booktubers that read fantasy. I can't stand fantasy. And so you find yourself like in this weird spot where you're like the old person on BookTube and you don't quite know where you fit on BookTube. So then I started researching, right? Like, how do I get more conversations going? And I found myself changing what I was reading to get views. I'm just going to be honest with you. I was no longer choosing books to read because I wanted to read them for fun. I was reading the books that everybody else was reading. So I would watch other people's videos and, oh, everyone's reading, you know, I don't know, name somebody like, I'm trying to think of somebody like, everyone's reading Lisa Kleypas and everyone's reading Gianna Darling and everyone's, you know, just name somebody, right? And so I would go pick the books up. They're not somebody that I would have ever, Lisa Kleypas, yeah, because I'm saying her name wrong, but you know who I mean. I can't talk today. It's late. I'm tired. Anyway, her books are amazing, so I would have picked them up anyway. But I'm just saying, I would pick up authors that like everyone else was reading because I thought, well, if I also talk about that book, then more people will come over to my channel. And so you start researching, oh, I talked about this, didn't get any views. Talked about Christian romance, didn't get any didn't get any views. Talked about this, you know, book where everybody was banging every 3 seconds, and that one got really good views. Okay, so let me go change what I'm reading then. If I read more of those types of books, I'll get more views. And I would go into a bookstore, and instead of like really looking for books that I wanted to read, I would go into a bookstore and go, oh, that would make a great video topic. Let me buy those books so I can make a video about that type of book. I can make a recommendation for, you know, books with bikers on them, or I don't know, something stupid, come up with a topic. Or I started doing all these random tags because some of the tags are super popular. And as we all know, there are certain tags that just like there was like a spring tag, there was a fall tag at one point, there's different seasonal tags, and the tags take off and everybody's doing the tags. So if you do the tags, people will view your video because everybody's viewing the tags. So anyway, I noticed that I started changing what I'm reading and what I'm picking up and how I'm approaching what I read to kind of fit in with the cool kids, as stupid as that sounds. And I do feel like BookTube can be a little bit cliquish, but so can AuthorTube, so can Cancer Vloggingville, so can travel vloggers. And I don't think that people mean to be cliquish. I think that it's, you click with the people you came in with, right? Like I have a couple of friends on BookTube that I'm friends with because we came in together. And so we were both commenting on each other's videos because we started literally the same week. And so we just know each other really well because we started off together. You know what I mean? It's like we don't mean to be cliquish. We just know each other because we started off together. And I think that's what a lot of what I see on BookTube is. Some of the bigger booktubers either started off together or they've collaborated enough where they just are friends because they started off that way. But I think that when you're new to the community, it comes across as like you're not one of the cool kids, which I don't think is the intention, but I think you can take it the wrong way. So anyways, kind of two things I would like to do in my part to change. And one of those, as I mentioned earlier, is being more welcoming of the people that are new to the community. There are lots of people that start BookTube channels, do 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 videos, and then they suddenly disappear. And you don't ever see videos from them again. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's, oh, I tried this and I don't like it. I tried this and nobody commented on my videos, so obviously no one cares. I feel like that. I post videos where I'm lucky to get 6 views and I get no comments. And it makes you feel like, why am I even bothering trying to create things that nobody's going to watch? And so one of the things I personally would like to do is try to find those smaller channels that are just starting out and really give them good encouragement to kind of help them get going, right? And as you create more content and as people get to know you more and they know what books you read and they know what types of books and genres that you read, I think that your viewership will come. But until then, I really want them to feel welcomed and feel appreciated. And so that's a personal goal for me. The second thing for me, just from as a creator myself, is we're not in high school and I don't need to fit in with the cool kids. And it's okay to not read what everyone else is reading, right? So I want to read books that I genuinely enjoy, and I want to add good content to BookTube, not just content that I think will create a lot of views or content that everybody else is doing because it's fun. I want to actually get on here and talk about a book that I love, because that's what BookTube's supposed to be, right? So my question to all the other booktubers is, and I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying this, how do I word this nicely? Because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but like, I'm not saying this to be harsh or critical because that's not my intention at all. These are things that I want to do to change. And I'm curious from you guys, what do you see as being problems in the BookTube community, and how can we all work together to improve our community? How can we make it more welcoming? How can we be more inclusive? How can we be, I don't know, more authentic? How can we be more original, right? Like, do we all have to copycat each other? Let's all do something unique, do something different. How can we make BookTube a better place? And I think some of you already do a great job, and I'm not going to name names because I'm not naming and I'm not finger pointing, but I have several people on here I love, and there are several really big booktubers that have thousands of subscribers and do a fabulous job of making you feel welcome. And I love you guys for that, because you don't have to, but you do. So how can we make our community better, right? Like, how can we be more authentic? How can we be more kind? How can we be more inclusive? How can we just leave YouTube a better place? That's all I've got. As cheesy as it may be, I am going to definitely start coming back to BookTube and posting more, because I do love my books. And like I said, if you create good content, your viewership will come. It's not a competition. We are a community. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If I had 10 people subscribe to my channel, but those 10 people actually sat down and had authentic conversations with me about books, and we really talked about the books in detail, what we loved, what we hated, what we hoped for from future books, we really had a good conversation, I would be happy with my 10 subscribers, because I just like talking about books. And I hope that that's something that we never lose. So let's all think, what do we really love about BookTube? Why did we create our channel to begin with? And if we're no longer reflecting that, then how can we change and make that better? All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to be back hopefully Sunday or Monday with another video, because my nephew's graduating high school on Friday, which means I am officially old. I'm going to go watch my baby graduate in high school, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the Kimura Chronicles, because I'm obsessed. My book boyfriend is in the Kimura Chronicles, and I want to talk a little bit about it. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.